From India sending parliamentary delegates to countries like Japan and Russia to engage with foreign leaders and highlight the country's united stance against terrorism, to the Supreme Court halting the ED's investigation into Tamil Nadu's liquor scam. Here's today's news wrap. In our top story, Indian parliamentary delegations, including leaders like Sanjay Kumar Jha, Kanimozi, and John Brittas, have begun diplomatic visits to countries such as Japan and Russia to rally support against terrorism. The move follows the Pahalgam terror attack and Operation Sindoor, with leaders engaging foreign ministers, think tanks, and media to reinforce India's united stance.
See, we had a comprehensive discussion with the ambassador of Indian ambassador, and we have prepared the contours of the discussion that need to take place with stakeholders, including the foreign minister, defense minister, the think tank, the parliament members, the media. So there are a lot of meetings that have been lined up, and I think we have a hectic schedule ahead of it. And before beginning all the discussions, the delegation members came here and paid floral tributes to Mahatma Gandhi ji. And a lot of people are waiting for the outcome of the discussions we are going to have. And we feel that we can send across the message of our country, which is against terror, how Japan need to be with us in our fight against and resolve against power.
हमारे डेलीगेशन आज विभिन्न जो यहाँ के जो फॉरेन मिनिस्टर हैं, यहाँ के जो पार्लियामेंट्रियंस हैं, यहाँ के जो थिंक टैंक हैं, उनसे अभी हम लोग मिलने जा रहे हैं। और उसमें खास करके जो दो तीन स्टैंड है जो भारत सरकार का या प्रधानमंत्री जी का, और खास करके जो एक न्यू नॉर्मल है, या जो सबसे बड़ी बात है कैसे पाकिस्तान ये डिफ्रेंशिएट नहीं कर सकते हैं टेररिस्ट और जो टेररिस्ट स्पॉन्सर स्टेट है, जो उसको प्रमोट करता है, फंड करता है, ट्रेन करता है, तो वो जानकारी है। लेकिन ये क्लैरिटी होना कि भाई अब जो भी घटना हुआ पहलगांव में, उसके बाद जो इंडिया का स्टैंड रहा है कि हम अब जो टेररिस्ट को जहां से ये सोर्स है, उस सोर्स को खत्म करने के लिए पूरे दुनिया के लोगों को इकट्ठा होना चाहिए, और ये एक पर्पस है। और देश ने बहुत सहा है, और जो 9 जो टेररिस्ट जहां से ट्रेनिंग होता था, उसको हम लोगों ने डिसमेंटल किया। और हम लोगों ने सबसे बड़ी बात है कि कोई सिविलियन, कोई मिलिट्री इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर पे उस समय ये नहीं किया। सिर्फ और सिर्फ हम लोगों ने जो टेररिस्ट कैंप था, उसको हम लोगों ने जा करके उसको हिट किया जा करके, और उसमें बहुत सारे आतंकवादी थे। नॉर्मली सब अवेयर है कि पाकिस्तान ही प्रमोट करता है, क्योंकि सारे टेररिस्ट फाइनली वहीं जाके मिलते हैं। बिन लादेन वहीं जाके मिला।
In other news, a fierce gunfight broke out early Thursday morning between security forces and terrorists in the Singhpora area of Chhatru Kishtwar district, Jammu and Kashmir. Acting on precise intelligence, the J&K police, Indian Army and paramilitary forces launched a joint cordon and search operation. The terrorists are believed to be a part of the same group that escaped a previous encounter in the region. No casualties have been reported so far.
An encounter between security forces and terrorists broke out early on Thursday morning in the Singhpora area of Chhatru located in Jammu and Kashmir's Kishtwar district. Police sources said a group of 3 to 4 terrorists from Jaish-e-Mohammed is believed to be trapped in the area following a joint cordon and search operation by the Jammu and Kashmir Police, the Indian Army and the paramilitary forces. The operation was launched after what authorities described as precise intelligence input provided by the local police. The trapped terrorists are thought to be part of the same group that recently escaped an earlier encounter in the same region. There have been no immediate reports of casualties on either side. Earlier in the month, 6 terrorists, including 3 owing allegiance to JEM, were killed by the Jammu and Kashmir police. The encounters come weeks after the Pahalgaon terror attack in which 26 civilians were killed. The incident had prompted India to launch strikes on terror infrastructure in Pakistan and POK and led to heightened tensions between the two countries till a pause in military operations was announced. A month on, the National Investigation Agency continues to look for the terrorists who killed 26 civilians, 25 tourists and 1 local in J&K's Pahalgaon on April 22nd, an attack that triggered an escalation in hostilities between India and Pakistan. With no headway so far in finding the terrorists, the agency, which took over the probe from J&K police days after the attack, is questioning witnesses and examining data using technical surveillance it has learned. At least 5 terrorists, including 3 from Pakistan, are suspected to be behind the attack at the Baisaran Valley Meadow in Pahalgaon. Authorities have released sketches of at least 3 terrorists and announced a reward of 20 lakh each for information about them. In the days after the attack, J&K police launched a massive crackdown and detained hundreds of people, including OGWs or overground workers. A senior J&K police officer said the detentions were carried out with 2 objectives: to get leads about the Pahalgaon attack and to send a strong message that such actions would have costs and would not be tolerated. The messaging was essential to prevent any future attacks. But the officer also added, as far as the first objective was concerned, there has not been much headway. Another police officer said most of those who were detained have been released. However, some of them who worked as OGWs in the past have been booked under the PSA. The officer said J&K police and NIA received information about many people, but most of the leads were found to be false. In one case, a tourist had posted a video of 3 people who he said resembled the attackers and were spotted in Betab Valley near Pahalgaon. They were picked and released after nothing substantial was found. One of the officers cited above said combing operations were expanded beyond Pahalgaon and include most parts of South Kashmir forest. The officers added that in the first few days of the attack, the security agencies had managed to trace some digital footprints of the attackers and were able to break into their communication. But the officer added they appear to have gone offline since then.
In other news, noting that the ED was violating the federal structure of the Constitution, the Supreme Court on Thursday paused the ED's investigation and raids against Tamil Nadu's state-run liquor body, TASMAC, Tamil Nadu State Marketing Corporation. With this order, the top court halted the ED's probe under provisions of the Prevention of Money Laundering Act 2002.
The Supreme Court has taken upon itself to tame the Enforcement Directorate. It is like the Gestapo. How Nazis used Gestapo, the BJP is using the Enforcement Directorate, and the people of our country will put an end to this kind of adventurism by the Enforcement Directorate.
The Supreme Court on Thursday stayed a money laundering probe against state-run liquor retailer, that's the Tamil Nadu State Marketing Corporation, better known as the TASMAC, in an alleged 1,000 crore rupee scam. Commenting on the raids, the Apex Court said ED is violating the Constitution. ED is really crossing all limits. The court further added, you may register cases against individuals, but corporations, your ED is passing all limits. Issue notice returnable after vacation. A bench of Chief Justice of India, B.R. Gavai, and Justice A.G. Masi was hearing a petition filed by the Tamil Nadu government challenging the Madhya Pradesh High Court's rejection of its plea seeking directions to restrain the Enforcement Directorate from conducting searches in the state without the consent of the state government.
It's an extortionate agency of the BJP. We all know how the Enforcement Directorate helped BJP to amass thousands of crores using the electoral bond route. And when a company donates, then the ED cases will drop off. This is how they have been milking with the help of Enforcement Directorate. It is a political tool. Every election, the opposition parties will be targeted by the Enforcement Directorate. If you look at the Supreme Court judgments after 2024 elections, all the judgments are indicting the Supreme Court. Today, they said you are interfering with the federal structure. 5th May, the Supreme Court said you are filing cases without prima facie evidence. And earlier, you are torturing in Haryana, and they refused to entertain. the bail which was granted to Mr. Hemant Soren. He became the chief minister. So there is a method to this madness of the Enforcement Directorate. Now the Supreme Court has taken upon itself to tame the Enforcement Directorate. It is like the Gestapo. How Nazis used Gestapo, the BJP is using the Enforcement Directorate, and the people of our country will put an end to this kind of adventurism by the Enforcement Directorate.
Appearing for the state, senior advocate Kapil Sibal told the court that the state itself has filed 41 FIRs against liquor outlet operators over allegations of corruption between 2014 and 2021. However, ED entered the scene in 2025 and raided the headquarters and took the phones and devices of the officers, according to Sibal. In a petition filed to the Madhya Pradesh High Court, TASMAC had requested the court to direct the ED not to harass its officials. However, the court rejected all the requests and directed the ED to go ahead with its probe. The writ petitions had argued that ED's power of search and inquiry in relation to predicate offence arising out of and within territorial limits of a state without the consent of the concerned state is violative of the basic structure of federalism. To which the High Court replied, the argument that there must be a precondition of getting the consent from the state government before conducting searches is completely illogical and bereft of conscience. How can a raid or search be conducted in a state government-owned company in a surprise manner if permission is to be obtained beforehand? The court also justified the seizure of mobile phones of TASMAC officials during the ED searches. It said the seizure of mobile phones is directly and inextricably related to the investigation and search under PMLA for the purpose of collection of evidence for gathering material to unearth the offence of money laundering and prosecute the offenders. The Enforcement Directorate conducted the searches at TASMAC offices in March amid a large-scale investigation into alleged corruption and financial irregularities within the body, which oversees liquor sales in Tamil Nadu. ED officials raided 20 locations, including the corporation's headquarters in Chennai between the 6th of March and the 8th of March. The probe is based on over 40 FIRs registered in the matter by the Tamil Nadu Vigilance Department. Meanwhile, DMK leader R.S. Bharti responded to the case, saying Supreme Court staying ED probe against TASMAC is a blow to BJP's efforts to malign the Tamil Nadu government.
While addressing a gathering in Rajasthan, Prime Minister Narendra Modi hailed Operation Sindoor and declared that India stands united against terrorism. Taking a strong stance, he said India will not be intimidated by nuclear threats and asserted that Pakistan's armed forces were brought to their knees during the recent escalation.
22 तारीख के हमले के जवाब में हमने 22 मिनट में आतंकियों के 9 सबसे बड़े ठिकाने तबाह कर दिए। दुनिया ने और देश के दुश्मनों ने भी देख लिया, जब सिंदूर बारूद बन जाता है तो नतीजा क्या होता है। जो सिंदूर मिटाने निकले थे उन्हें मिट्टी में मिलाया है। जो अपने हथियारों पर घमंड करते थे आज वो मलबे के ढेर में दबे हुए हैं। ये शोध प्रतिशोध का खेल नहीं, ये न्याय का नया स्वरूप है। यहां से कुछ ही दूर सीमा पार पाकिस्तान का रहीम यार खान एयरबेस है। पता नहीं आगे कब खुलेगा। आईसीयू में पड़ा है। भारत की सेना के अचूक प्रहार में बाईस अप्रैल को आतंकवादियों ने धर्म पूछकर हमारी बहनों की मांग का सिंदूर उजाड़ दिया था। वो गोलियां पहलगाम में चली थी, लेकिन उन गोलियों से 140 करोड़ देशवासियों का सीना छलनी हुआ था। इसके बाद हर देशवासी ने एकजुट होकर संकल्प लिया था कि आतंकवादियों को मिट्टी में मिला देंगे, उन्हें कल्पना से भी बड़ी सजा देंगे। आज आपके आशीर्वाद से, देश की सेना के शौर्य से हम सब उस प्रण पर खरे उतरे हैं। हमारी सरकार ने तीनों सेनाओं को खुली छूट दे दी थी। और तीनों सेनाओं ने मिलकर ऐसा चक्रव्यूह रचा कि पाकिस्तान को घुटने टेकने के लिए मजबूर कर दिया। तारीख के हमले के जवाब में हमने 22 मिनट में आतंकियों के 9 सबसे बड़े ठिकाने तबाह कर दिए। दुनिया ने और देश के दुश्मनों ने भी देख लिया कि जब सिंदूर बारूद बन जाता है तो नतीजा क्या होता है। वैसे साथियों, ये संयोग ही है 5 साल पहले जब बालाकोट में देश ने एयर स्ट्राइक की थी, उसके बाद मेरी पहली जनसभा राजस्थान में ही सीमा पर हुई थी। वीर भूमि का ही ये तप है कि ऐसा संयोग बन जाता है अब इस बार जब ऑपरेशन सिंदूर हुआ तो उसके बाद मेरी पहली जनसभा फिर यहां वीरभूमि राजस्थान की सीमा पर बीकानेर में आप सभी के बीच हो रही है.
That's all for today. We leave you with visuals from Varanasi, Uttar Pradesh, where weavers have created a special Operation Sindoor Sari to honor the Indian Army.